Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara fighting him off. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he whips that one incomplete there. You look at this Raiders defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On 4th down, the Saints turn to their new man, Matthew Hayball, to punt. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is brought in at the 21. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Gets it downfield to Mayer. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big pickup of 38.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Off of play action. Here's Smith. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Here's White. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Out to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. And a wind-up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Here's Smith. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ty Davis-Price, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Rattler.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith.
It's Myers again with another catch.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Smith. His pass caught at the 4. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there and couldn't do it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Ty Davis-Price, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. They'll go play action here with Rattler.
Eluding the pressure right.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
That's caught inside the 20. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Rattler working out of the gun.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Hill.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Again, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Rattler wants to throw it. Throw complete, right side to Cooks. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Rattler. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks from 6 yards away. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A point after, good by Groupie. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Holmes returning from his end zone.
Recovered by the receiving team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's to Bowers once again. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Geno. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Going for it, here's Davis Price.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
3rd and 2.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. That's caught by Myers. And all the way down to the 26. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Geno now to throw. He's got White here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Smith here, an audible at the line. White going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Davis Price will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing is Rattler. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some great. To do.
After the interception, here's Smith. Flushed out right. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Smith. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tariq Carpenter. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter. But now, potentially, a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Little short pass here to Hill, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
Here we go with Kamara. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
That was fourth and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't fourth and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in
those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4, that's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Ty Davis-Price, 31 yards. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Gino's going to throw, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Raiders 29, Saints 14.
Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
He'll buy some time right.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Zamir White,
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
and the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Here's a diving catch right side.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Christian Wilkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards.
That's good for the Saints.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
That one out wide and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
To throw is Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Escaping the pressure right. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all three timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Smith going to throw it.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They need 2. Here's third down.
Now Smith.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
He's got him in, complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Trey Tucker,
50 yards.
and the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now